welcome all of you on platform of URPD Education, and you are watching the regular lecture series for paper 1 of engineering services. And in that direction, today I'm discussing with you the second lecture of very important topic which comes under ICT part of paper 1 of engineering services. As you know, paper 1 of engineering services has 10 topics mentioned, and one other topic in that is ICT, that is information and communication technology, terms related to that. So basically terms related to new technology, that is what this topic is all about. In that, one of the very important topic for this year is cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and blockchain. These three terms are the buzzwords nowadays. Cryptocurrency first lecture is already done, and you are watching now second lecture. I have defined many terms in the first lecture, and now today I'm going to discuss with you the second lecture, which is focused on Bitcoin. So I am covering this topic in three lectures. First lecture was related to introductory lecture and related to cryptocurrency, the digital currency, with basically no regulations from the government side, and highly decentralized basically currency. That is what I can say, and having some advantage and disadvantage. Bitcoin is the example of cryptocurrency, and the technology behind maintaining all this is called blockchain technology, which is used for cryptocurrencies also. But at the same time, blockchain has many other applications, including maintaining the transparencies, etc., in elections also. So that we will discuss its ramification later on. So what we have so far done, if I can hurriedly tell you so far what we have done. In the previous lecture, I have discussed with you what is the cryptocurrency. I told you the meaning of this is a virtual currency, digital currency. What is the cryptography, from where this name came, cryptography, basically encoding the message and giving it a new unreadable message sign so that nobody can read it. So what is cryptocurrency? That is what we discussed. Some important points related to cryptocurrency and blockchain, understanding what is the cryptocurrencies that we discussed, types of cryptocurrencies, and there is a hypothetical name, Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto, the person behind creating this cryptocurrency in 2009, but nobody knows who that fellow is. And then some more cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is one of the main cryptocurrency, and you see 47% of all the cryptocurrencies share is by Bitcoin, followed by Ripple, Ethereum. So these are the other names of cryptocurrencies. Then we discussed about advantage and disadvantage of cryptocurrencies in the previous class, and then we discussed that yes, blockchain is the technology which is behind cryptocurrency. How blockchain works, little bit about that also we discussed, and then the criticism of cryptocurrency. Now in today lecture, we are going to discuss about Bitcoin. Let me tell you, this is a very technical subject, and even this is the new evolving subject for computer scientists also. Like Bitcoin, blockchain, nonce, these are the new terms. Hashcash, nonce, proof of work, mining. So these are the new terms even for computer scientists. So this topic is a very relevant topic for this year's exam. So all these terms which I'm going to discuss with you, and the material I'm going to provide you, just go through that. I will try my level best to explain you concept as I have understood it, but still I have not understood this concept fully. Let me tell you in the beginning of the lecture itself that if I'm not authority on this subject, as I consider myself very novice in this, or I'll say very generic knowledge I carry about this subject. So let's go for it and try to understand what is the meaning of it. So far what we understood is Bitcoin is one example of cryptocurrency. Now this Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency was invented by Satoshi Nakamoto, unknown person, as I told you, in 2008. And 2009 May, this currency was started to be implemented as open source software, no control, decentralized digital currency it is called. Does not have any kind of control of any government. There is no mediatory like Reserve Bank of India or Central Bank of any country. basically controls the currency. That is what we know. So publishing of the currency or currency का control करना, उसकी value decide करना. If you take currency rupee in your hand, you will find Reserve Bank of India's sign there. But cryptocurrency does not have that kind of control of any government, and that is the reason countries like China are not permitting cryptocurrency and trade in cryptocurrency. So this decentralized digital currency does not have any intermediary, and this all the transactions, suppose I want to use, if there's a currency I would like to use this currency, so that basically use of this currency, the transaction is basically done through cryptography. You know, if transaction is to be verified, then it is verified through nodes, through cryptography, and there are some public distributed ledgers. Ledger is the book where you keep the record, right? That ledger is a nothing but is in the computer, and that computers are, there are numerous computers, decentralized. So I will discuss later on with you something which is called miner, the people who basically inscript it, the people who create the blocks, miners. So they are distributed and everybody is having that particular information. The advantage of that is nobody can steal the information, nobody can hide the information. This is very well secured and distributed and decentralized. So transactions are verified by some network nodes through cryptography and public distributed ledgers, which are called blockchain. So what is blockchain is? It is the ledger or ledger book which is distributed publicly. These bitcoins are created as a process, as a reward for a process called mining. जैसे तुम खुदाई करो और तुम्हें गोल्ड कॉइन मिल जाए, वैसे ही खुदाई जो करेगा माइनर, माइनिंग करेगा and he will get the bitcoin. Miner is basically computer expert, right? He will write an algorithm and that algorithm will be unique algorithm. We will discuss hash cache or proof of work term for that. So he will do some work and that work will give him a unique number, nonce number, unique number, and that number once he gets, then he will be awarded as a bitcoin. So bitcoin, as we say, it is nothing, it's a virtual currency, right? Unlike gold or something, it is a virtual currency. So this does not come actually, there is no currency as such. It is a virtual currency. So what is the authenticity of that virtual currency? Gold is costly because it is very difficult to mine it and get it. So it has a value. But what is the value of Bitcoin? The effort which goes of the miner, the effort which miner puts to get that particular nonce number or get that particular hash cache number, that effort actually is saved in the value of Bitcoin. So learn these terms. So it is a Bitcoin are created as a reward for the process which is called mining. So what new term we are listening? Mining, hash cache, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, cryptography, and proof of work. All these terms are related to this particular topic. But you know, these currencies are highly volatile. The fluctuation is there, and why people want this is maybe they don't believe in government, they will believe in decentralization, they want to see the opportunities of investment. So these are the reason why somebody will go for Bitcoins. But yes, there is a disadvantage, there is a basically criticism also of Bitcoin, that it may lead to some kind of basically money laundering activities also. So this is what we are going to talk today, that is Bitcoin, mining, etc. What is mining? Mining is the record keeping service, computer processing activity. Mining खुदाई नहीं है, computer processing है. तो miner यहाँ पे field में नहीं है, miner यहाँ पे computer के सामने बैठा हुआ है. He is writing some kind of algorithm. The moment he writes that algorithm successfully, he'll say, okay, उसने एक activity कर दिया. So he is basically keeping the blockchains. I will show you the diagram. One block, information block, is tagged, chained to another block. Like railway trains की एक bogie is chained to another bogie. So if you want to disturb one bogie, then entire chain gets disturbed. Similarly, blockchain में there's a block of information. Whenever you want to send new information, you want to make transaction, that information is stored in the form of a block, and hence it becomes blockchain. And who does that? Miner does that. So he does some effort, that is called proof of work. So you know, this miner keeps blockchain complete or unaltered. He makes some kind of transaction into that, and you know, each block contains some address which is called hash cache. So SHA-256 cryptographic hash. I will tell you what is the meaning of SHA. So the previous block is attached to the next block. So the new block will contain the proof of work. Okay, some work has already been done. So new block is added to this. This is how blockchain will keep on forming. You know, this hash cache, this concept of hash cache started with Adam Bax. Remember this name? Adam Bax, 1997 anti-spam scheme. This was anti-spam program he made, which was later on used in cryptocurrency. So every miner is to find a number to be used once only. Nonce means number used once. That number is to be found by miner. The moment he finds that, address is given and the miner gets a Bitcoin. He gets some basically Bitcoins for that. This is how it works. So miner is putting some effort. So many miners are putting effort. One miner will get a nonce, a unique number. The moment he gets a unique number, that number is given to a chain block and the block is added to already existing chain. So there are many people working here. Many miners are working. Some miner only will get the gold coin. Some miner will only get the unique number, hash cache number, nonce number. So that number, if he gets, a block is given the address and a miner gets the reward in the form of Bitcoin. So I'm explaining you all these terms in a very, very simple terms. You understand? If there's a computer scientist sitting there, he may think that, oh, it is so generic, I'm explaining, but yes, that is what is required for this exam for us. Now this proof, what work is done, for a secure cryptographic hash, miner tries different nonce values. He tries different numbers, nonce numbers, and proof of work system goes there. So block chaining keeps on going, and as I keep on attaching the blocks with the already previous blocks, the chain keeps on growing forward. That is how it all goes. Now what is SHA? Secure hash algorithm 2. SHA-2 is a family. SHA. What is SHA? Secure hash algorithm. That's the algorithm actually. SHA-2 is a basically cryptographic hash function, and it was designed by United States National Security Agency, and this belongs to this SHA-256 belongs to SHA-2 family. SHA-1 was also there. SHA-2 family, and you know this is one of the cryptographic hash function. All you should know is that there are 32 bytes and 256 bit. 1 byte is 8 bit. You understand? 1 byte is equal to 8 bits, and there are 256 bits into this. And a cryptographic hash, also called digest, is a kind of signature. You know, unique number, signature. Like whenever you are to issue check to somebody, you have to put your sign. The bank will basically verify that sign and then only release the check. Now think that if there is somebody who can do signature just like you, then it is very easy for him to do the signature. Now can I get some kind of digital signature where there is a number, unique number that only you have? Now that number nobody can steal. Why? Because you are to verify it. Other than you, this number is in the ledger with so many others also. So this transaction becomes very, very foolproof, you know, secure transaction. That is how it goes. So remember these particular things. So a message goes, whatever message I am sending, that message is stored in the form of a block, but not in the form of this. Suppose I said, I want to spend rupee 1 lakh. That is a message. I don't want that this should be stored in this form. I want that this should be stored in this particular form. Now for that, you need to give a nonce, a unique number, and miner will give that. So there is an algorithm, he is going to write that. SHA-256. This is Bitcoin mining. So this is explained how somebody can do transaction. So there is somebody who is having Bitcoin and he wants to do some kind of purchase or sale. So how this all goes, how miner is sitting and doing this transaction for him, and in the process that miner is getting some kind of reward also. So protecting your information, creating the new blocks and restoring that blocks and decentralizing that in the ledgers, that every activity is done by the miner, and in the process they are also getting the reward. What is proof of work? This is a system that requires that, okay, some work you have to do. Proof of work. Are you doing some work? Why should I give you Bitcoin? Why should I give you reward? Because I've done something. Prove me that you have done something. So this is the nonce. This is a number. Nobody has produced this number. Only I have produced this number. And this number is very difficult to decode. Nobody can do that. I'm explaining in a very generic term. So that is called proof of work. Okay, I verify. Yes, you are right. Proof of work. Sir, I have done a work. This is the proof. What is the proof? Sir, you decode it. Try to do this. So verification is done. So this is how this all goes. Proof of work is basically proof in which one party, prover, proves to other verifier that certain amount of specific work has been done. And how that is verified? Again in the form of algorithms only. So this is something which is their proof of work, which becomes the reason of giving the reward, right? So this is the proof of work, and this ensures that some effort has gone. In the beginning, this all started with preventing spam on some kind of mailing softwares and spam mails, etc. But then later on it becomes the reason for you to go for cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. What is Hashcash? Is a proof of work system used to limit the email spam. Hashcash in the beginning was this, and it was the idea of Adam Back in 1997, and he described it as Hashcash denial of service countermeasure. As I told you, these are very, very technical terms. So this is how it all started in the beginning. What is nonce? As the abbreviation shows, nonce is nothing but, if you see the dictionary meaning of that, it means, a word coined for one single occasion only. So the word which you are going to use only once. English word you are using very frequently. If I say frequently, frequently is a word which you use in every sentence, right? But nonce is the word which you will not use again. That will be used only once, and that will give unique identity. That will be an algorithm, unique identity to something, and that something will become a block. Number only used once, and it is hashed or encrypted block in the blockchain. And who will make that nonce? Miner will make that nonce. And what miner will get in return? He will get the Bitcoin or reward in return. I hope this is making some now meaning to you. That is how it is going. So what is the now criticism of Bitcoin? Illegal transaction and large amount of electricity in the form of carbon footprinting. Why? Because so many people are sitting on computer and doing the some kind of inscriptions, and hence lot of energy is wasted into that. So this leads to volatile market, speculative bubbling, and investment ke liye people think that it is good source of investment, but yes, it is not under the regulatory control of the government, and hence it can lead to money laundering and all. So whether Bitcoin as a technology, as a digital currency will be accepted or not, that is now, as I told you, China is the countries, the governments which want to keep lot of control or regulation. These are not accepting Bitcoin, but some countries it may be accepted. That is how it is going. Okay, now summary of this. Bitcoin is a decentralized network of digital currency, and it is made from 16 character encrypted address. So we need to give that particular address here, which you must have seen in many of the figures also, like so many SHA-256. I told you bit and bytes. So what are the number address we have to provide? So this is how this all Bitcoin system works. As I told you, this is a very, very technical topic which we discussed. I'm going to cover this in 3 lectures. The content which is being provided, the Word document or PDF, that is sufficient for the exam. Just read through that. Not only this will be helpful for you in this exam of engineering services, but otherwise also I think this will be group discussion topic. So those of you who are looking forward to get into public sector through GDs and all, so this will be very relevant for you in that also. So this cryptocurrency, this Bitcoin, and this blockchain technology, they are the 3 lectures we are going to cover. And this was the 2nd lecture in which I told you something about Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency. Then we discussed about what is the proof of work, what is the Hashcash, what is the nonce, what is the mining activity related to that. So these terms we discussed technical terms, and in the exam of engineering services paper 1 under ICT, these terms can be asked. Hope you understood this. Thanks a lot, and keep watching other videos also. Thank you.